Welcome back to a Game of Thrones, and unfortunately last episode was lost. Somehow YouTube essentially is stuck at 55% of loading. It's been stuck like that for about 2 days now. So let's not worry about that. That's an episode gone. I don't think too much happened either. So first thing to point out is that our son came of age. I think that's a big thing that happened. He came out really, really good as well. So obviously he's got that genius, tall, grey eminence there. Combination is pretty great. Shrewd as well. I just managed to get him into skill fighter just before he turned 16. I actually caught that in the video as well. We got family person, ambitious, and patient. Obviously all great traits. He does have cruel and cynical. Not so great. We would prefer zealous instead of cynical. Obviously just rather than cruel. 10 times out of 10 there. Not even a question. However, he's a really great character. 23. He has 2,038 prestige. He went on a really good foreign tour. It's actually an event I'd never seen before. He came back with a trading cog filled with gold. So he had something like 750 gold, which he spent somehow here and there. There we go. Groomed to perfection. Vassal opinion +4 for another, what's that, 15 years or so? 14 years. Been on a foreign tour. Character went on a foreign tour in their youth. Visited brothel. Oh, visited brothel. Well, that explains why his gold has gone down. And I gave him some items from the treasury as well, just to help build up his prestige, because that's going to help, because now we are elective. Not sure if I showed that in the video. Hopefully that was in the video before last. That got lost. But I've switched it over to Agnetic elective, so that we can win the election of Kingsmoot and just launch invasions as and when we feel like. We get vassal opinion from that because we were an elected vassal as well. I've had to do some reshuffling of titles because unfortunately, for some reason, their primary titles, or at least this guy in Harlow Hill and Volmark as well, we ended up with 2 merchant republics under us. Lonely Knight rebelled, at which point I've had to obviously revoke that and give that out. So we've lost the original Gilded Republic. That's been destroyed. And Harlow also turned into a Gilded Republic, into a just regular Republic, but, you know, there you go. Unfortunately, I've had to shift things around a lot. Now, why aren't you vassals under that? What have we got? Volmark and Harlow Hill should be vassals under Stone Tree. I don't know why they didn't go with it, because I'm pretty sure I included... oh, we can't actually send them off. What is going on here? Lordmaster Baylor of Harlow Hill only has the city of Harlow Hill. No, he doesn't. He has castles as well. For some reason, then, the city of... No, Harlow Hill, the castle is still the county capital. Wait, he doesn't even have a city. Where is the city that you've got? City of Harlow Hill. There isn't a city here. Right. Okay, well, the game's clearly had some issues with inheritance. I'm thinking maybe someone from the Republic pushed their claim on Harlow. And instead, so they've essentially got wrong holding type on their provinces. Now, they are a republic, though, rather than a true merchant republic. So I think they should be okay. Weird. I'll have to sort that out at some stage. We can revoke that and obviously sort out our vassals, because I don't particularly want to be so far above my vassal limit with what is essentially 2 duchies under us. Well, 3, I suppose, if you include Lonely Knight as well. Okay, that's a bit odd. We won't worry about that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is that we've actually taken some land now. So I'm true to my word. I'm going to pick... What was that 8 provinces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 random comments from this video. If you let me know your house of your choice, and it could be any house name, go crazy with it. And if you want a flag or anything like that, let me know as well, and I'll do what I can. And I will grant you the provinces that we have captured here in our first Ironborn raid. We've got some pretty good provinces up for grabs here. Obviously, Seaguard and Oldstones. We've got some of the bays near the Iron Islands and some provinces in the north. If you've got a preference for a province as well, let me know. And as long as it will just be first come, first served. So if 2 people want the same province, then the comment I draw first will win that province. Good luck. Oh, I've wanted to do this for a while. It'd be really cool to see the whole of Westeros with... Oh my god, what a mess. The whole of Westeros made out of subscriber houses would be awesome. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, I've got my retinue sitting around Oldstones because obviously Oldstones keeps having rebellions from what was that, Rivermen? Yeah. Rivermen, Peasant Revolts, things like that, Faith of the Seven Revolts as well. So I figured let's keep our retinue over there, standing guard. What are they reinforcing up to right now? Low 11,500. They're actually quite close to being reinforced in that case. We're getting 9.5 gold a month there. Minus 37 with our retinues, good god. Really? We're just waiting to die at this stage. So, obviously we are Harag the Chaste. When do we get the Chaste? Not sure why. Oh, well, we've had the Chaste trait for a while, I guess. Who, unfortunately, last episode... Because of the amount of merchant republics were refusing to vote for our son because they all had a negative opinion of us because it's a different government type, meant that I've had to revoke their titles, even if it incurred some tyranny. We've got some tyranny there and dishonor. But he's also depressed, cancer, and drunkard. So he might not be around for much longer. He does have mild illness and successful treatment, but those are obviously temporary, where these are permanent. So can't imagine he'll live to 60, let's put it that way. Now I've got our councillors trying to fix our reputation. We've got our son there, Prince Harren, Trying to fix our reputation quite desperately before our guy dies, because obviously he will inherit tyrannical stain or opinion of predecessor, which obviously we don't want. We want him to be elected. Right now he's winning it, but it's 1 vote to 1, and he is of the house that currently rules, so he's the one that's winning. However, we could be in trouble if at least one of our vassals votes for someone else. So we're going to unpause it now that we have... oh, that's another thing to talk about, but I'll leave it for a second. Now that I've dished out these titles, they will be able to vote, because they were elected titles. So Lonely Knight is now feudal, so they get to vote. Similarly, Harlaw was a Merchant Republic and now is feudal, so they should be able to vote as well. We'll sort of see how it goes. Unfortunately, we can't even check who's voting for our son because the UI's a bit messed up here, but alright. Harrenhal and Valley Dagon have gotten married. Now you're probably thinking, who the hell is Valley Dagon? She's got strong and fertile. Obviously, he is brilliant and tall. The ideal heir to get out of these two would be, you know, a brilliant, tall, strong, fertile child. If we could get that, we are going to be an incredibly good character. And that's going to be our eventual heir as well. So, do we want 40 prestige or do we want some gold? I think we'll just take the prestige at this point. We don't really need, you know, 50 to 100 gold. So yeah, we married into House Dagon. There we go. What have we got here? It hasn't escaped me that a vassal mine does not like or support me. My decisions are scoffed at. My suggestions are ignored. Charm the vassal with my brilliant wits. Or I can say, too bad, I'm the one that rules here. Let's charm them. He will support me. Awesome. That's pretty good. I'm pleased that after a period of peace and shrewd management, the province of Sea God is doing well. Okay, sure. Let's take a look at, firstly, our League's Loyalist faction. Oh, God. That's really bad. Only 28% of the League, though, luckily enough, because we have buffed up Pike and our provinces that we own so much that they really can't even touch us, even all of our vassals. That's quite a nice situation to be in, I suppose. What about the election? So we've got 2 votes for our son now. It's a real shame I can't see who's voting for you because those are quite a lower vassal compared to everyone else. And obviously these guys are most likely just... Yeah, these guys are voting for themselves because they are dukes and allowed to do that. Sure, I think we're in a good position then. 2 votes is 1 more vote than we need to win it. So even if we do annoy someone, then it's not a problem. So this is our son I sent off to the Citadel as well. I don't know if you saw that last episode. It's a shame because he was a really good character, but I also wanted to disinherit him just because people were voting for him rather than my other son. For whatever reason. We'll give him gregarious. He's actually turned out to be a really good character. It's kind of a shame I got rid of him. Why didn't they train him in stewardship, you fools? He's conscientious and fussy. A son was born to Princess Gisela and Gold Greysong. Who's this? Oh, my daughter, right. What do we marry her off matrilineally? Keep the house alive a little bit more. Let's go matrilineal. We'll see if we can't find anybody. What about him? He'll actually say yes. Ernie of Lonely Light. Oh, right, because he is actually our kinsman. So it doesn't matter if he marries off matrilineally. It's the same house. So I actually gave him Lonely Light. So this is a descendant from one of the vassals that I've previously landed before. So in Blacktide here, if we look at Othgar Blacktide, or Othgar Hoare of Blacktide, he's some distant cousin that I landed just trying to keep the house together a little bit. So he's alright marrying there. And that'll obviously give us an opinion bonus with the next Duke of Lonely Light because they'll be our cousin when we play as this guy and his descendants. So, well, nephew or cousin, I suppose. Alright, what can we do then? Seek treatment for illness? Not going to happen. I want to die, although we probably should keep it special interest, I suppose. Can't go Riven because we are ill. We're quite limited here. We could hold a feast. That's probably not a bad idea. We'll get our vassals to like us a little bit more. We should hold some fairs as well. Something I really don't do enough. We can get our vassals on side a little bit more so that when our son inherits... Okay, people are going to say no, which is a little bit of a shame. We'll perform my feast. We've got the gold for it, so I'm really not bothered here at all. Up to 47 gold a month, sure. Welcome by feast. A minor merchant for a pike is present at the feast. So if you take... I'll just point this out. If you take business or rulership, you have a chance of getting... sort of business or rulership focused events. They're very similar, which allow you to gain things like just and shrewd and just extra stewardship, essentially. The debt stands merchant must be paid, so this guy won't like us, but there is a chance we can obviously gain more stewardship out of that. Right, do we want to take large winter reserves? 125 gold, so absolutely, yep. We'll do that. Great for episode of everyone else. Vassal opinion +5, diplomacy +2. Awesome. Why don't we host a summer fair as well? It is still summer, so we should be able to do that. Anything to keep our vassals happy. If we can favour the vassals over the peasants, then we absolutely will. Oh, interesting. While clearing out an old ruined library in Old Town, some scholars have found some scrolls they thought you should see. Speak of the faith of the Seven and its virtues. We can burn the false words, or this man's writing is convincing. Let's burn it. We know what we're doing here. Alright, what have we got? Every summer fair, mages and diviners flock to read signs, events, and omens. Their interpretation of such signs are often exaggerated, but there are still people who believe in their rituals. Banish them, upset the peasants, or we can upset a priest. -5 for 2 years. I really don't care about that. Allow them to stay. Went great. The merchants and traders drawn to Pike have revitalized the province's economy. I actually didn't know that gave a prosperity bonus. I should have... I rarely ever do it, and I rarely ever read it either, just because it's been in the game for so long. I didn't ever think they'd change it. Alright. Siegfried Popeye, wanted to learn how to whistle. After a while, he asked me, how come you can do it? I'll say, high chance to gain brooding. Well, that's obviously much better than timid, so we'll let him have that. Okay, while he's getting timid. You're doomed. What else can we do then? Is it just, yes, I'm going to untick that special interest for a while. Just because it's going to get a little bit annoying. Let's get you on the council just to like you a bit more. So why don't we find our vassals that don't like us, send them some gold. Just because we can definitely afford it, and just because it will carry over to our son's benefit as well as ours for the while. We don't have to worry about barons, but I'm going to do that anyway just because we've got enough gold to make it happen. And it will discourage them from plots and things like that, so let's go ahead and trick some gold out here and there. Here you go. Anybody that's going to get an opinion with us, I will send them some cash. Just setting up so that our golden boy Harren gets to take the throne. Fairly uncontested, hopefully. I really need to keep an eye up here as well, just in case we get the title loss on succession, which means we'll obviously lose the election. We'll still keep Pike and everything, we just won't keep the Emperor level title, which is a bit of a shame. And after we've done enough invasions, we could, I suppose... We could, I suppose, change back to primogeniture once we've gained a pretty decent amount of land. Just to keep things together. Because having an elector title, emperor level title, is pretty rough. Sort of like base game HRE. Been at peace for too long. Oh no, what did that say? I saw that tooltip error. You can't lie to me. Right. Sure, well we've got more than enough men. Why don't we go raiding somewhere? Get some prestige and gold again. We want to leave our retinues behind. That's pretty important that I remember how to do that. Let's take you guys over here. Let's keep the retinue. You are the 11,000 men. Keep you actually in Ulster's prop. We'll put these down. There's no point taking these men from these provinces that are trying to reinforce. We also might need them to defend the provinces, just in case. Same with you up there in the north. You can stay there as well. More prosperity. Absolutely fine. Oh, we actually don't have nearly enough boats for these men. Right. I need to build more boats in Pike in that case. I'll focus on that rather than men next time. Well, let's obviously put our main force here onto the boats. What else have we got here? Any sort of major armies? Just embark as many as we can, I suppose. 39,000 men. Yeah, that's a pretty good raiding force, I think. Why don't we lead some troops ourselves? Even if we die, doesn't matter at this stage. We've got 26 marshal. We're not going to die anyway. The only downside could be we could lose our Valyrian steel, but... So one of you said, search for Valyrian armor rather than Valyrian steel armor, and I will do that very quickly. Valyrian... Good spelling there. Wow. Armor? Armor? No, I don't think there is any at all. Lots of just regular Valyrian steel, and that'll also be sympathy for Valyrians as well. There's lots of Valyrian steel kicking around. That's weird. Why don't we just type in armor? See if there are anything floating around. Yeah. Oh, crates of weapons and armor. Right. That's going to make things a problem. Now, I would recommend, if you are a fan of the artifact system like me, there's a really good mod called Artifact Search on the Workshop. Now, when the game launches and a month has ticked, it will go through and it will mark any artifacts of a particular quality with either the artifact trait or rare artifact. I think if they're quality 5 or certain exceptions to that. So in the base game, Chinese artifacts count as rare artifacts because obviously they come from China. However, I'm not sure it works in this mod. I'm also not sure it will detect certain types of Valyrian steel as well. So, just a good mod if you're looking for something like that. Now, obviously, we could mark Valyrian steel armor as rare artifact. We could mark Valyrian weaponry, you know, glass candles, the Dragonbinder horn, anything good like that as a rare artifact. And then we could just type in rare artifact rather than having to match it case perfect to the actual item we're looking for. I'll link that below, actually. It's a really good mod. Right. I was thinking the Arbor, probably a good place to raid. Obviously, the Westerlands, capital there. Highgarden itself actually doesn't have very much anymore. It's only got 5 holdings, really. Seems a bit weird. Okay, sure. We'll head to the Arbor then, because they're pretty indefensible once we've landed, because they can't raise troops if we're there with 39,000 men. Plus, they've got 6 provinces, most of which are cities as well. They've got 3 cities there, 3 castles, and the Arbor itself. We're going to get a decent amount of gold out of this. Who landed troops? Oh, right, it was the Arbor landing troops, or raising troops, at least. Instead of drilling commanders, captain of the fleet, Quelon has been fighting them. Quelon. I thought there was a really low chance for that. Is he that bad? No. Well, there's a 1.5% chance of happening yearly. Wow. Okay, well, we might as well siege these down. It's not like we can't. Before the dragons, we get a book. Slaves. Oh, right, of course, yeah. I forgot we could do this. Do we want to take the duchy, the lady of the duchy, as our salt wife? Done. I'm going to take her just because that's quite a prestigious salt wife to have, eh? The group of slaves who captured in the armor have been selected to join your personal collection and been delivered to Pike. So we've got thraldom. We can actually change to legal now. I think we're going to do that, just because having slave levels in your capital adds a lot to the build time and build cost. Look at that, we're already at 1 day and we've really not done anything. Quite happy to do that. Increases revolt risk, but when we've also got 30,000 men, I don't think any revolt's going to be able to stop us in our own capital. Let's take some slaves. A daughter already, okay. She's genius, or brilliant, I should say. That's a really good start. Thrift, sure. Let's pass slavery as legal. And I imagine our vassals will also approve of that, because I believe we're a traditional slaver culture. Let's take a look here. Can we see it on this big list of shit? Legalized slavery, minus 25. Really? They only like chattel slavery. Right, okay. Well, the majority of our vassals still like us. It's just a shame a couple of the dukes aren't a big fan of us. When our son is done clearing up our dishonor and tyranny, which hopefully we might be able to just live long enough for it to clear up naturally, we can switch him over to improving relations with vassals and things like that. Lord Rawny, who's that? Lord Rawny of the Trident, right, okay. My son Nils. 75% chance of getting chased. That seems more suitable for a maester. He's also honourable, gregarious. He came out a really good character. Real shame they fucked up his education, though. Alright, so this is the first sort of slavery event we've ever seen in the game. You've arranged to meet with Lord Master Thorio Menneotha, a wealthy man from El Baratos. Where is that? I actually have no idea where that is. Either way, he's offering to buy the slave from us, Egon. Now, we can try and set a price for this guy. He is appealing. Ambitious, just, authoritative. I'm going to say 40 gold coins. And he agreed to that. Lord Master Thorio Menethia. Where are you? You're from, oh, Cohor, right. I'm going to say, a job well done. So, when you have, you get essentially personal slaves in your court, marked by the slave trait, funnily enough. Chances are we'll have some right at the bottom of the list from what we've taken from raiding. Oh, no, we don't. I've reorganized it since then, my mistake. Hang on. She's a salt wife. We've got any at all? Can't see any. Oh, it doesn't matter too much. Either way, they'll show up as slaves. Now, you have the option to sell them. You can also make an offer on other slaves. So, say we find someone who's a strong, brilliant, tall lady. We could try and potentially put in an offer for her to marry her off to someone. Things like that. We had a son as well, a bastard son born to Princess Loranza, named Torwin. Let's marry her off. Matrilineally, let's see what we've got. Anyone with a good congenital trait, ideally. There's really no one, is there? You can marry this knight. How about that? There you go. You enjoy that. So now we've got legal slavery. It does open the doors to making some gold. Not only that, but I really want it for just the build cost and build time modifiers. We inherited the Lordship of Stonehouse. Where is that? That might be mainland Westeros, maybe? No, it's... Oh, it's a castle there. Right, sure. Do you have any kids? Nothing? His widow, Hega, maybe? Lady Grisella of Stonehouse? Who is she? We should probably try and be careful here. No, see, her husband's already a duke, so that's not happening. Hela of Stonehouse? She's just a random old lady, so if we give it to her, she's just gonna die and have to give it to someone else. Let's give it to Hega. She's 24. Let's marry her off as well. Arranged marriage between... Oh, she's widowed, I assume? Oh, I didn't mind then. Oh, no. Oh, no. I know what this means. You're going on a lengthy journey by closed carriage in the Arbor, together with some of your trusted bodyguards. As you travel down a steep slope overlooking a ravine, you notice that you have begun to pick up quite a bit of speed. Let me just, for no reason, check the inheritance here. Yep, we're good. Excellent, we shall make good time. The speed of the carriage picks up even more as it hurtles down the slope. No way. I'm pretty sure that's the priest. We said that we didn't care whether or not diviners and mages were allowed to the summer fair. Looking through the rear window, you see a wavy man holding the reins of two familiar-looking horses far behind the road. Only when the carriage flies over the edge of the ravine do you realize it was the man who reminded you of your driver, Priest Craghorn. Good. Hang on a minute. Plot twist. Iron King Harrod III has taken his last breath. He was murdered on the orders of High King Harron II. Always in his cups, Harron was a man overly fond of drink. May the Drown God forgive his drunkenness. Harron the murdered... Oh my god. Kingslayer, you fucking fool. Now I have to play as this damn Kingslayer. You idiot. What were you thinking? You were about to play as him anyway. Oh, good lord. Well, I mean, we are now hated. Oh, you absolute fool. Right, okay then. This is going to be fun. Stewardship focus. Let's go. Have 5 children. Let's go. We're going to get assassinated. We're going to die, and then we're going to play as a girl, which is not going to win the election, unfortunately. Oh, shit. This could be very, very bad. Irika. Send a gift. Oh, that's my mother. She hates me because we assassinated our dad. Oh, Jesus. She's most likely to fucking kill us out of everyone. You absolute fool. Well, okay, sure. I can't believe that. Right, let's give it a go then. This can't be good. Betrothed can marry, all hail his grace. Ha ha ha. Winner of the King's Moot. No one expected it. Alright. Well, let's get those troops back. I mean, we could always deliver this gold on our own behalf and get some prestige out of it. Oh, shit. This is really bad. Dishonorable -10. Kingslayer is going to stick around permanently. Look at that. -25. Okay, rulership folks, it's down to you. And we had a bastard. Yep, why not burn all of your bridges here? Harron II, Harron III. Denounced a child. What is wrong with you? We haven't got any lovers. Why have... Oh, right, that wasn't ours. Whose was it? I have no idea. Anyway, enslaved natives in Old Stones. I didn't realize we could do that. Okay, why is it just Old Stones we could do that to? So the native... Okay, sure. Why don't we enslave the natives of Old Stones as well? Limited slave labor, local build time cost -20%, local build cost modifier -20%. Sure, well that's going to help out a lot. That's reducing prices. Do we have anything that can make our vassals like us some more? Anything at all? I'm going to assume no. I don't know why I'm even bothering to look. This is a real issue, actually. We need to give away some land as well, because unfortunately we hold a little bit too much here. Let's give away, maybe Old Wick. What else have we got? How have we got so much? Alright, we've got Old Stones, obviously, because that is ours, along with Seaguard. We just don't have a high enough stewardship, not like our dad. Why are we losing so much stewardship? Is something affecting that? Diplomacy -5 for Kingslayer. Holy shit. I guess our dad was just better. Right, we need to switch around our books a bit here, then. Conquest of Dawn gives... Oh, I thought this was Dynasty opinion. It's actually Dornish opinion. Ironborn opinion +3. Yeah, get that equipped. What else have we got? This is not good at all. Inventories, get rid of that. Equip, the Jake opinion is better. Also gives us a learning as well. Equip, what else we got? Guardian, get that on. Kago's Folly, get that on. That's at least a vassal opinion, isn't it? +5, that's something. Good. What if we use some of our resources here? What about our trade goods? Surely something there increases vassal opinion. Let's have a look. Tax opinion, yeah, that's no use. Right, okay, ivory. Prestige will at least do something, I suppose. Alcohol. Revolt risk, weapons and armor. Wonder if there is something that increases vassal opinion. Maybe not, because it's actually a provincial modifier, isn't it? So unless... I suppose it wouldn't really make much sense if you had something that increased all your vassal opinion. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on this one. But, I'm going to go ahead and use just the usual tricks to try and buff them up for a while. Let's hold a feast. All of my vassals will be there. They'll most likely say no, I'll be honest with you. Okay, send out the invites. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, shit. Well, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of what? How many vassals we got? 25. Hey, that's not a bad turnaround. That's not too bad. Offer you my patronage. Excellent. He did really well. We got auto stop plots turned on. Please, for the love of God, auto stop plots. Why don't we find a spy master that likes us? Join court, yes. 8. Minus 46 with our mother. What if there's someone better? Nope. Danger. Just a real danger here. Here, have some gold. That really didn't even put a dent in that, eh? Here, have some gold. Let's bribe our council. Let's get the council on side. Carl Popeye. There you go. You can have that. Mother, you can have some gold. No, she still hates us. You can have some gold. Our priest really hates us. Right, let's get rid of him, because he actually killed our dad. Oh, no, we paid him to kill our dad. And he doesn't like us because we're a Kingslayer now. Fuck you. That's backwards. You're a hypocrite, Crackhorn. Crackhorn and his hypocritical ways. Apprentice Trader. Let's go ahead and give that to our wife. Oh, our wife hates us. No. You could have had some chosen children. It could have been so good, you idiot. Just a minor annoyance at best, let's be honest. It's just a minor setback. Definitely not completely unraveling the last 30 years of our previous character's life. Everything he did was to try and get this guy a decent position. Lose 100 prestige or with this random man likes us. No, fuck you. Good work. Smuggler's ring removed. Was worth the coin. And Priest Crackhorn must be arrested. Yes, arrest him. Good. Get rid of Crackhorn. He was somebody who wasn't a really big fan of us anyway. Plus also a massive hypocrite, as we've discussed. See, someone who likes us on the council. I don't even really care if they're a good priest or not, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, no, hunter apostates, whatever. Vassal opinion +5. Good. Right, that's a start. Okay. What else can we do then? Let me think about this. We could search for a smith, get some jewellery. That gives vassal opinion. Does not own any jewels forged by a goldsmith? Do we have any? No? Do gemstones count as being forged by a... Oh, we've got the engraved sword. Right, okay. Here you go. We've got enough prestige, I feel like, to get the best set, and they give vassal opinion when we smith them, so I feel like this is probably the best choice here. Search for a smith. No, still. What else do we have? Does not own any jewels forged by a goldsmith. What do we have? Maybe the gemstones do count as jewels? Am I going crazy here? Hang on. Good gemstones. Right. Oh, golden staff. Right, okay, fair enough. I don't think that's the top level. Obviously, in the base game, I think Emerald Scepter is the highest level. Let's get rid of that as well. Here you go, wife. Give artifact. You might as well have that, because at least when you die, go to our eventual heir. Plus 30 opinion as well. Let's try and bring that back a little bit. Right, there we go. Search for a smith. Find me a goldsmith. Come on, we need the highest rank. Now, what else can we do to get our vassals to likes in the meantime? We really need to have our dishonor repaired. 16% yearly. Oh, we've got a much higher chance. Oh, relations improved 45% as well. Yeah, no, you stay doing that. Space authority like fine jewelry and... Most elaborate crown jewels when you can buy +6 vassal opinion. It's not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. It'd be a real shame if he just turns around with with an engraved sword and a scepter, eh? Okay, Caesar Ramsport. We can at least get in some prestige as well. We could lower some laws. Lower realm authority, vassal opinion +5. What's that really doing for us? 10% for their levies. Honestly, they haven't got any troops anyway. Or compared to us, they've got very few troops. The majority of our troops is coming from us. Look at that. 19,345 versus 6,300. Now, obviously, that is based on the fact they don't like us, but also if we go to our round tree, they really don't have that many troops compared to us anyway. Total levy, 8,000 men. 3,000 men. Wait, our top? Wow, 3,000 versus 8,000. Okay, so I think that was fine. I think that was probably a good idea just to keep us alive for a while. Still minus 100 with everyone, though. It's just a drop in the sea right now. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll try and work on vassal relations for a while. I've really just got to let the stewardship focus tick for a while before we can do anything, so I don't want to be assassinated mid-invasion or anything like that. We'll pick this back up, hopefully after I've repaired things a little bit. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Don't forget to leave a house comment, and I will set those up. Maybe get some new loyal vassals, hint, hint. Oh god, this is really bad. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.